With 2 weeks away, the build-up to the 2021 Royal Rumble continues. This week, we had some small surprises and another curveball as Wrestlemania season approaches. On Monday, the world was shocked when Drew McIntyre tested positive for COVID-19. The WWE Champion was supposed to face Randy Orton in a non-title match, but in typical WWE fashion, the show must go on, and WWE breaks the in case of emergency glass by bringing back the WWE EVP, The Game, Triple H. The rivalry between the former Evolution members was reignited, with Randy Orton challenging the Hall of Famer to a match and Triple H accepting. As the match main evented Raw on Monday night, Randy's actions from TLC would come back to haunt him as Alexa Bliss made her return, interfering in the matchup and shooting a fireball to Orton's face. It was reported that Orton suffered minor injuries and is expected to make a full recovery. Drew McIntyre, while in quarantine, addressed Goldberg's challenge to a WWE title match at the Royal Rumble. The WWE Champion made it clear that the WWE title is the only belt that has eluded the Hall of Famer, and come Royal Rumble, Goldberg is next. With McIntyre out due to coronavirus, several WWE superstars were in double duty, such as Sheamus, Keith Lee, and Riddle. Sheamus and Lee teamed up in a tag team match against The Miz and Morrison, which they won, and immediately afterwards, both Lee and Sheamus went one-on-one, with the Limitless One getting the W. Riddle, who also pulled double duty on Monday, faced Bobby Lashley in a US title match that he lost, but immediately challenged MVP to a match that ended in a DQ, with Lashley hitting a spear on Riddle. On Wednesday night, NXT saw the return of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic with 3 first-round matches. Last year's Dusty Classic finalists, the Grizzled Young Veterans, took on Everrise, advancing to the next round. MSK made an impressive debut against Isaiah Swerve Scott and Jake Atlas by upsetting the duo to move on to the next round, and in the main event, the former NXT Tag Team Champions, The Undisputed Era, faced off against former champions Breezango. The UE was able to get the win over Breezango, but the Kings of NXT attacked the UE member Kyle O'Reilly to cause a distraction. NXT Champion Finn Balor came out to even the odds, giving the UE the opportunity to get the win, but came at a price, with Kyle O'Reilly being taken out. On Friday night, we saw a contract signing between the WWE official Adam Pearce and the current Universal Champion Roman Reigns. SmackDown opened up with Roman Reigns in his office reading a contract presented by Paul Heyman. Roman was insistent on having a stipulation for the match. At first, the stipulation was no DQ, but Roman wanted it changed to a last man standing match. At the close of the show, as both Adam Pearce and Roman Reigns signed the contract, Pearce says that he has been waiting all night for Roman to sign the contract. Then as Pearce walked up the ramp, he suddenly began to limp as an old injury conveniently began to creep up, one that would prevent him from competing against the head of the table on January 31st. Pearce revealed if one member of a main event is injured and could not compete, WWE is allowed to choose a suitable opponent, and a smiling Pearce did just that. As a result, Reigns' new opponent at the Royal Rumble would be none other than Kevin Owens. Thanks for watching this week's SK Wrestling Week in Wrestling. For more videos, follow us on all social media. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.